face? This is a 4-piece collection that does just that. What anchors it, of course, is your incredible firming eye treatment. You're also going to get that rapid age spot lightening and pigment serum that just 1 ounce on its own would be $65. We now have that. We have the Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisturizer. We have the Renewing Eye Cream, and we give you that bonus sample as well. If you want to go to beautyiq.com to see the breakdown of everything you're getting, it's an incredible investment for $54. Paget, why did you decide to put all 4 of these together?
We made it easy. We did, again, all the work. This is really the real heartbeat of the line. It's all of our favorites. Products that if you're new to the line and you're looking to try a few key products like a cleanser or a moisturizer, this is really the kit for you. It's also in the perfect size for travel, if you have a vacation coming up. They're all travel size, but it really has everything you need, starting with your cleanser. And we chose this cleanser AHA BHA, and I'll explain what that is. It's a very gentle exfoliating cleanser, especially this time of year when we have that dead skin buildup. You want to make sure you're exfoliating, but in a very, very gentle way. So a little bit goes a long way. Use it twice a day, every day. You're not going to be over exfoliating.
Now, do you wet your face before you use it, or does it go on a dry complexion?
You do. I always do this at the sink. It has little beads in it that are jojoba beads, but so they almost melt into your skin. Doesn't feel rough or won't cause tears on your skin, but it's just enough to really lift and remove that dead dry skin.
Now, should you start with freshly cleansed skin with like your favorite cleanser and then do the exfoliation, or is this cleanser and exfoliation?
This cleanser is really your 2-in-1. It's going to cleanse, get rid of makeup, trap dirt, oil, bacteria, but then also help get rid of and dissolve that surface layer of dead dry skin. So we did the cleanser, and then we incorporated, of course, really the #1 selling product in Dr. Murad line, the core product.
It's a nice size too. I mean, it's $65 on its own, and then you think for, okay, $9 less, I get the entire starter kit.
You get the entire starter kit. And right now, again, this is the product that's going to get rid of sun damage, pigmentation, discoloration, everything that's left behind from those summer months.
I know, so 4-piece collection, $54. This is the time that if you want to go to if you want to go to Beauty IQ, it's a 284-377. So now that we've got the Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum, this is really that basis that honestly, once you put it on, it feels like you don't have anything on your skin.
No, it's that water consistency. So it feels like you just splashed water on your face and it absorbed right away. So that's why it's so perfect to fit right into your current regimen, whatever you're doing. It's just gonna slip right in. It's not gonna feel heavy. It's not gonna feel like you have too much skincare on. And it's most importantly going to target the discoloration, pigmentation, sunspots, or even if you're just spot treating. So it really does fit right in. And then of course you'll finish with your favorite moisturizer, hopefully it's Murad, and just finish and layer right on top.
Well, let me break in, because now that we've got 2 of our very best-selling products, the exfoliating cleanser and then the Rapid Age Spot Serum. If you haven't heard of Dr. Murad, he's got this incredible following that celebrities alone, I mean, you can read major magazine articles and they ask you, what is your secret? They say who his collection is. Paget, what does he stand for in the world of skincare, ingredients, and what they can deliver for your skin?
Well, Dr. Murad has personally treated over 50,000 patients.
Whoa.
I was very impressed too when I heard this. But he's been creating skincare, treating patients as a pharmacist, dermatologist, and physician. So he understands formulas, he understands ingredients, and he's been in the industry for 50 years plus. So he knows his stuff. In fact, he was a pioneer with glycolic acid with these skin lightening ingredients like 2% hydroquinone. So he's been working with it for ages.
Well, and I want to remind you, with this 4-piece collection, you've got the exfoliating cleanser, which you see right here. We're also going to give you a nice size of that Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum, which is $65 on its own. From there, we're going to include a really great product called Invisibler, which I think dynamically changes what we thought about blurring out the areas that seem a little pesky on our complexion, but then also protecting us for when we do something as simple as walk outside, Paget.
Exactly. And we would never make a kit really without SPF. So we did include Invisibler, which is your 3-in-1. It's going to be your SPF protection. So it's SPF full spectrum, or broad spectrum, I should say, excuse me, SPF 30. So you have your sun protection. You also have your skin treatment. It's going to blur and soften the imperfections of the skin.
And then our final piece of this, as you see Colleen start to apply this, you think, okay, how in the world do you mean that you can blur out something that's clear? Because when I think about blurring something else, it's because it's darker than my complexion. It's because I'm airbrushing it on. It's because I'm taking it 0 to 60 with all kinds of crazy powder. Yet Colleen is just putting this in on her smile lines, underneath her eyes, her forehead. And all of a sudden, it's like she's got her own magical little lighting crew.
That's really what it was formulated to do. And you can see here, she has that soft focus look, like she's under these amazing lights. And it you know what I call it? The Instagram filter for your face.
I love
what
it.
it is.
I've been waiting for one for the full body.
It's your in-person Instagram filter. We all put these filters on our Instagram pictures, but what about when you actually see them in person? This is it. It's your Instagram filter for your face. There you go. The texture is so smooth, so silky. You can see here it just blends right in, mattifies, but softens any imperfections. So they're not as pronounced, especially when we're photographed. I feel like that's when we see the SPF and we see those imperfections, and this is invisible.
All right, so your final step is going to be your renewing eye cream. So you take a look at this, and again, look at the size of this. I mean, this is something that when you think a little bit goes a long way. It's incredibly cool to the touch. It's got an amazing soft texture to it, which again, when you apply underneath your eye, it just feels like your skin is drinking it in, which is an unusual sensation for that part of your complexion.
Exactly, and hydration is the key for the under eye area. And this one you can actually take and use it all over. This is the moisturizer, so you can use it everywhere, but even under the eyes, like you mentioned, Courtney, because that's where you're going to see the signs of aging. The texture, I'm obsessed with this texture. It's whipped.
So calming.
It's cooling, it's buttery, and right now it's all about hydration. You want to make sure you're feeding your skin. So remember, that's where you're going to see the fine lines, is when you're dehydrated.
Well, and you know what? You think about your skin is your largest organ.
Yeah.
Your skin's hungry for the good stuff.
Thirsty.
Give it the good stuff. This is a 4-piece starter collection. Paget, if you were using this for the first time, how many days of a supply is this? I know with the cleanser, that's a little bit more targeted use, but I mean, with 1 ounce of that rapid age spot and lightening pigment serum, I mean, that's 3 months on its own.
3 months on its own, even longer. It depends how you're using it, if you're spot treating or if you're using it in larger areas. But yes, at least 3 months of product. The rest of the products, the moisturizer, the eye cream, the cleanser, that's about 2 weeks to 30 days.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, let's talk about the fact that you get this amazing serum. 1 full ounce would be $65 on its own. You spend $9 less and you get these other 3 products to give you a full complexion overhaul. But when you see this rapid age spot and lightening pigment serum, take a look at these before and afters, because something as simple as 1 step that can have such a dramatic effect, take a look at just after 1 week's use.
I love this one specifically because you can see here in her chin area, it looks like she suffered from breakouts, maybe when she was younger. We all have. And what's left behind is that discoloration, that uneven skin tone that we wish would just go away. It won't on its own. So you need the Rapid Age Spot Pigment Lightening Serum. Hydroquinone is truly the only ingredient that is going to lift that stubborn pigmentation, including pigmentation in the chin area. Like you can see here, this is after just 1 week. So think with continual use how much she's gonna get an improvement.
And this is still, I'll tell you, if you didn't know that it was 1 week of use in the after, I would have thought it was multiple weeks of use.
Or later.
That's
or
insane.
Yeah. And here, this is my other favorite. This is my side. This is where I struggle with pigmentation. I drive in LA traffic We can. Okay, so I'm in traffic quite a few hours a day, and that's where I'm getting all that sun damage. And so this side is way worse, my left side, my driver's side, than my right.
Yeah.
And you can see here, this is obvious where her pigmentation is, and this is after just 1 week.
And that's something that you wouldn't think about, like in a particularly, sunny place like that, just the one side of your face. It's like when you only talk on one side of your cell phone and you're like, but why is this side of my face broken out all the time? It's the same kind of thing. Do you know that I read in a magazine article one time that if babies never saw the light of day, like if they were trapped in a basement for their entire life, they would never have any wrinkles? Like, how crazy is that? Because they wouldn't be exposed to all the different variables that you and I take for granted every single day. So if you're looking for that system that's got dramatic results in the short term, but then in the long game as well, this is something to consider bringing home, because what anchors this is a $65 value with that Rapid Age Lightening Pigment Serum. You're also going to get the exfoliating cleanser as well. You're getting the eye treatment, which is about a 30-day supply, and we're also going to give you the Invisibler, which basically makes you a walking Instagram filter, so that when you post like hashtag hey y'all, hashtag Mally Beauty coming up next, hashtag like oh my gosh, how do I live my life, like an Instagram beauty, it's like
She
it's
doesn't
so
need a
natural.
filter.
She doesn't need a filter.
Gorgeous on her own.
She is a Murad maven. Hashtag that. And that's how I'm gonna end the show. I've never done this before. I don't know how we end. It's a mic drop. Lady Gaga. Paget, thank you so much. Malé is up next with Elise Ivy, who is the girl that runs this town on Beauty IQ. It's been an absolute